What is up, all of you awesome and amazing people on YouTube? The Old Coot here, coming at you with another exciting review. This is the TempSpike from ThermoPro. Let's take a look at the box just so you can see what's going on. This was the outside TempSpike Plus. You get the idea. There's your box. Temperature Plus, truly wireless Bluetooth. According to the manufacturer, I think you can go somewhere around 500, 600 feet with this thing. I don't ever see myself going that far away, not yet, but maybe like a park or something, who knows. Anyways, here's what comes in the box. You do get the base unit, which is your booster. This is also where you charge it up with the provided cable. Thank God they do that. And basically on the side here, there's a little flap. You open that up, you plug it in, you charge it up. When you get this in the box, this will already be in there. Make sure it's in there securely, plug it in. That's how you charge both the TempSpike, the actual temperature thermometer thing, and the actual booster. When it's done charging, you'll get a solid light over here to let you know that the probe and the booster are both charged, and then go ahead and unplug it. You're good to go. So the way you activate it is basically you pull the probe out, and then now what you get is this flashing light here that lets you know that the probe and the booster are paired. And then basically what you would do is go into your menu, turn on your Bluetooth on your cell phone, go ahead and activate the device. It depends. Some devices, this will show up differently. Like in my case, it was TP70, something like that. But just be aware that you know what you're looking for. You can always rename it later as like thermometer or whatever you want to name it. But what you're looking for is you're looking for TP70, I believe it is. Anyways, we'll have to do that in another video. But anyways, once you turn it on and your app is on, you get to this screen. So this is basically telling you what the probe is reading and what the ambient temperature is reading. So now in my case, oh yes, we are going to be doing a spatchcock turkey in a 425 degree oven. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing going. So I'm going to go to bake, right? Bake. I'm doing a convection. I'm going to do 425. Right, I'm gonna hit start, and basically now my oven's gonna preheat and warm up. My turkey has already been out for about a half an hour or so because I want to try to bring this up to room temperature before I put it in the oven. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook this for a half an hour at 425, and then I'm gonna lower the oven temperature to 350. What I'm blessed with, truly blessed with, and this company is amazing, is that the TempSpike is going to tell, TempSpike Plus is going to tell me when the internal temperature of the breast or the thickest part of the meat hits 165 degrees. That is true perfection when it comes to turkey. Why did I do my turkey like this, like a spatchcock turkey? Because look at how much more even that turkey is in terms of cooking surface density, right? I don't have a massive bird here that I need to try to cook evenly. This way, it's as even as it possibly can be. The turkey cooks better. It comes out more moist. Your thigh meat comes out just as juicy as your breast meat does. And what I did here was I tucked back the wings so that I don't burn the ends. And also the tucking back of the wings helps to open up this area to roast more evenly. Same thing with the legs. I basically opened up or spread out the legs so that you get a more even cooking surface. You're going to get juicy, moist turkey that way. One other tip I will tell you all when I pull this out is I'm going to let it rest for about 3/4 of the amount of time that it took to cook it. So my total cooking time is going to be somewhere around an hour is what I'm figuring. I'm going to let this rest for 45 minutes before I start carving it. And that's a whole nother video. We'll get into that separately, but I will post an update. So this is part 1 in this spatchcock turkey cooking process. I'm going to be back with probably 2 or 3 more videos. So stay tuned. The midway point, we'll take a look at the temperature of the probe, all that good stuff. So let me tell you all how to set this thing up. So the way it works is, once you get the app up and running and you download it, they do give you a QR code that you can just hold your camera over. And what that'll do is that'll open up either your iOS platform or your Android platform to be able to download the app. Once you download the app and you open it up, you would hit add device, which is right here. That'll basically let you know that now the app is paired to your phone. And then you'll get to this screen, right? And once you get to this screen now, you just hit the temperature, right? And this is where I want to set the kind of meat that I'm cooking. So see how it says no profile? I'm going to hit that button. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And then what I want to do is I want to select turkey. And look at all the varieties of things, poultry, lamb, you get the idea, turkey, veal, beef that they give you. So basically I'm going to go to turkey, go ahead and hit that and then hit OK. So now what's going on is, look at how awesome this company is. They're making this pretty much so easy to understand. It's ridiculous how easy it is to understand. But they're basically telling you where to put the TempSpike Plus, how much room you need to leave. So see the notch there? They're telling you to leave room, that the notch is exposed. And that little notch happens to be that little line that's right there. Anyways, you get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, right? And then here it's going to tell you place booster at least 1 foot. So what they're trying to tell you is they want you to put the booster at least 1 foot away from your heating implement of choice, your weapon of choice. In my case, it's my oven. So I'm going to put my booster like right about here just to make sure it's away from the heat source. If you were doing this on a barbecue or a grill, you kind of get the idea. You just want to make sure that your booster is at least a foot away. And in some cases, you may even want to be 2 or 3 feet away. No big deal. But anyways, you get the idea. They're just telling you at least 1 foot away from the cooking appliance to avoid potential heat damage. So you get the idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit continue on the app. See where to go. And then now, magically, you see that your desired temperature is 165. Right now, it's at 72. So if I go ahead and put my TempSpike in, where do you put it? Remember, go back to the instructions that were on the app, the thickest part of the meat. So what I like to do is, this would have been the top of the bird. This would have been the bottom of the bird. That's the neck. I actually like the neck meat. Sometimes I just take this and use this for stew or soup or whatever broth. That's gold. Also, the ends of the legs and the ends of the wings makes great broth. Put it in your freezer after you cook it. There you go. You got broth for days. What I'm aiming for is I don't want to put my TempSpike in straight up and down. I've seen a lot of people do that. What happens is in the oven, your hotter air is going to be up here. So your ambient air temperature up here is going to be hotter like as this reads. So what I like to do is I like to make sure I'm on an even playing field, right, with the top of the bird, which would be the top of the cooking surface, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to come in, let's say from right here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to aim in and go in all the way up to that notch right there, because this would be about the thickest part of the bird. I've seen some people measure it from the thigh, which is okay. But the problem is when you put it into the thigh meat can go a little bit higher in temperature, like 170, 180 sometimes. Whereas the breast needs to be at 165. Anything over, you start getting into the dry territory. Anything under, you're in the undercooked territory. So if I put the probe, there goes my oven. So I'm at 425 now. Time is of the essence. But anyways, if I put my probe in the thigh meat, what's going to happen is it's going to say 165, but the actual breast meat might be cooler. It might be 130 and it's not yet done. So the proper way to do this is to measure the thickest part of the turkey, which in this case is the breast. And every turkey is different. 10-pound turkey, 15-pound turkey. This happens to be a 10-pounder. So with that being said, I want the breast happens to be the thickest part. And what I want to do is I want to come in at this angle parallel to the top of the cooking surface and into the deepest part that I can get it. So I'm going to go ahead and aim for about right here. I'm going to go ahead and push. It takes a little bit of finessing, but then you're finally in, and there's my notch, as you can see. So if I pull it back out again just a little, see where the notch is? Right there. The notch is at the very end. I'm in to where I should be, and I'm in the deepest part of the turkey meat. If I come over here, you can take a look again. The thickest part of the turkey meat, I'm in parallel. Now we're ready to cook. So let's go back over to our app. And as you can see now, the temperature obviously dropped because the turkey was in the fridge. I left it out for a half an hour. It's coming up to room temperature, which should be anywhere between, let's say, like 55 and 70 degrees is about room temperature. Obviously, it depends where you live, your ambient air temperature. Do you like your house cooler, warmer? 65 is also a good number, just somewhere in that ballpark. It should feel like it's room temperature, the touch, and basically you get the idea. So with that being said now, I'm waiting for, once I throw this into the oven, right? My oven hit 425. We're going to cook it for a half an hour to crisp up the outside of the skin. And then obviously let the TempSpike do its thing, and we'll kind of measure it. We'll come back after 30 minutes and see where we're at in terms of internal temperature. See, my ambient air temperature is 86. So it's warm here in Southern California. It's a little toasty. But anyways, you get the idea. So let me go ahead and put this in the oven. I'm going to come back at you with another video. I'm going to try to do the pause thing. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to come back with part 2 of this to show you when it's actually in the oven and going into the oven and all that good stuff. I'll be back with you very shortly. Okay, so very quickly, here's my internal temperature. Here's my external temperature. The turkey is now at the oven door. As you can see, the TempSpike is facing towards me. I'm on the middle rack of the oven. We're gonna go ahead and close the door, and we'll take a look and see what's happening here. So remember, I'm at 425. At about 2:15 or so, in about a half an hour, around 2:45, I'm gonna come back and show everybody where the app is reading, what the internal temperature is, what the external temperature is. As you can see, we're climbing now because obviously we closed the lid. And that lets you know that everything's working, right? The external temperature is going and moving, and we're doing good so far. Anyways, if you like what you're seeing so far, stay tuned for part 2. Make sure to go to the description section down there below. I will put a link to the TempSpike Plus and some other products that they also make, which are amazing. This company is truly amazing. Like I said, they made it pretty simple and easy to use. Everything that's included, except for my other cell phone, but everything that's here, you get the instruction manual, you get the box, obviously, you get the charging cable, which is a nice USB-C, right? Pretty simple to use. This is like what we call the updated charging cables. You get some warranty information, some attention info. Let's take a look at that real quick in Spanish and also in English. There you go, telling you what to use. There's your card, which kind of has a little bit more information on it. Let's take a look at that. There you go, customer support number, support hours, all that good stuff. You do get the booster unit, right? You get the lid for the booster unit, and then obviously the TempSpike Plus, which is now in my turkey in the oven. So if we take a look again, it's like we sent the turkey to the sun, right? The temperature is soaring. Our internal actually went down a degree, so it went down to 54. Remember, we're trying to hit that 165 target. While I'm here, let me also show you some good warning information. So you do get an alert on or off, and that an alarm will ring. And then you can also set it to vibrate too. So you're at a party, picnic, holidays, you got your cell phone in your pocket, right? And you don't hear the alarm go off. Well, guess what? You can turn the vibration on just by pushing this button. Boop, let's see. There it goes. So you hit that button. And I'm trying to be gentle because my fingers are all covered in schmutz. But anyways, you hit that button and now the phone vibrates when your internal temperature reaches 165. How cool is that? So if you feel your pocket vibrating, hey, it's turkey time, right? So you don't actually have to be fully attentive to the app and to what's going on. Be attentive to your guests. It's a barbecue. It's a picnic. It's a holiday party. You want to talk. You want to be social. You want to be a good host. This way, when your pocket starts moving, it's time to get that turkey moving out of the oven, or ribs, or whatever you're making, brisket. You get the idea. Anyways, with that being said, like I said, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down there below. I will be back with part 2 and hopefully part 3 and 4 of this video coming up soon at around half an hour from now or so, give or take. And I'll show you all what's going on with the apps. Remember, link to this product is down in the description section, so make sure to check that out. Also, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I will catch you all in the next exciting video.